So how did you know you were into girls?
I mean, I think I always knew looking back, but
It's supposed to
also
be
the
a
best
good
match.
because we're complete opposite.
Yes. We
think
look
there's
like.
Yeah, that's our similarities. People think that we're either sisters, twins, or mother and daughter. So we're married.
Yeah.
We got married almost 5 years ago. Our wedding wasn't real.
Maybe they gossiped behind my back, but they at least didn't do it to my face, so that's okay.
Yeah. My family all reacted really well to my coming out, but I also had a pretty crappy part of coming out. I think that there probably was malicious intent. I have my iced coffee. The sign of the gays.
Sorry.
Yes. Are you ready for the Q&A?
Yes.
Okay.
So guilty.
Ready? Yeah. Wow, that worked so good. Hello. Welcome.
You look so tall.
And tan.
Tall, tan, sitting ready.
We are going to do a Q&A.
We're going to do a Q&A. I'm on my bum, and you're on your knees.
Hi.
Hi.
If you're new here, what's your name?
I'm Allie, not your twin.
I'm Sam. We're not twins, we're wives. And we had decided that we were going to do a Q&A today because we haven't done one in a very long time.
Oh.
But when I was going through your questions, a lot of them were relationship focused. So I thought that we would do a little wife and wife relationship Q&A.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. A lot of you might know the answer to this first question, but a lot of you might not. And that is, how did we meet?
Oh.
This one came up a lot from new followers that had never heard our little meet cute story. So, how did we meet?
We met on Tinder. I've gone on a lot of Tinder dates with girls, but like one or two. Nothing really serious. I guess
You had two kind of serious
okay,
girlfriends.
Actually, three.
I wouldn't count.
Okay,
you can.
Well,
can count
we dated
whoever
for
you
a
want.
while. And then one day, I saw you, and I went to my nanny job, and I said, this girl, and I showed them you.
On my side of things, I had only just turned my Tinder to girls. I was only 20 years old. I was just starting my 3rd year of university. I came from a really small town. I think that there might be some coming in questions later, but I came from a really small town, hadn't really been around many queer people, yada, yada, yada. Turned my Tinder to girls.
I want to know if we had the same others that we talked to.
Maybe. I only talked to a few girls. We matched. You messaged me first and said, hey, cutie. That's the first thing Allie ever said to me.
That's the worst thing.
Hey, cutie.
Ew. That's not even anything I'd say.
I know, I don't know.
I was
why you did
weird.
it.
Oh,
So
but that's
then
weird.
we chatted a bunch, and then you invited me on our first date.
I did.
That's how we met. We've been together ever since. That was almost 10 years ago.
Almost in
That's
October this year.
crazy.
We met 10 years ago. We were just babies.
We were just babies.
We were
actual
young.
babies, it
Yeah.
feels like. We actually lied about how we met for years because we were so like embarrassed to have met on,
Well,
on a
it was
dating
like
app.
relatively new. It was only a few years old at that point, and it wasn't like really, really a common thing for people to date the people that they met on dating apps.
Yeah.
It was
embarrassing.
kind of a new thing, and I feel like now it's really common.
Oh, yeah.
Like most people meet on those. But
Yeah. So we lied and said that
Yeah.
we met at university because we went to the same university. We actually never crossed paths at university.
we probably did. We were 2 years apart.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we did cross paths at some point. Like there's probably some type of event that we were
Wait,
both at.
I think there's some questions coming up about like what we studied in school and stuff. So should I see if there is? Because
Sure.
this is the perfect lead up to why I don't think that we met
Not
across
like in a
paths.
class, but I'm sure at like events or bars.
Okay, so somebody asked, what did you study in university?
I studied sociology and anthropology, and then I went back and studied journalism.
She has 2 bachelors, you're crazy. And then I studied neuroscience, which I do not use. I am an influencer.
But you know a lot of facts.
I do know a lot of facts. Maybe I'll use some of that stuff in the future, but right now I don't. I also have like a post-grad certification. So I'm like certified to work in disabilities management, which is like HR kind of. I don't think I'll ever do that.
I don't think you'll ever do it.
But it was just,
you know, you have it.
I have it. I could
It's never
always
a
go
waste.
work for a company in disabilities management if I wanted.
Yeah, and the knowledge you gain is never a waste.
That's true. There we go. So one question that came up a couple of times is, what do you do for work?
Oh, this. So we work in social media. How do we say it? I guess you would call us content creators or influencers. Feels
Something like
weird.
that.
We do Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
And that's the perfect segue to the sponsor of today's video, Aura.
I get so many spam calls and it drives me up the wall. Like every day I feel like I get 2 or 3.
And I get a bunch of texts. And honestly, I'm a little scared that I'm gonna fall for a phishing scheme.
Right?
And like, they seem so legit.
They're very convincing, and I have almost fallen for male ones.
Right?
Like that you owe customs fees.
Right?
I don't know customs fees.
You might. It's scary. They're scary.
They're scary. And it's scary that your data and your information is given to them. Them.
Who are they?
Who
we
are
don't
they?
even know.
We don't even know. One of the reasons we get these spam calls is that big companies don't keep our data safe.
So recently, Ticketmaster was hacked, which is a service we use.
I didn't know this.
Yes.
It was. No, I actually did not know this.
Yes. So data for 560 million users was put up for sale on the dark web.
So they have it.
So they have it.
They have it.
And so now you're asking, though, Sam, obviously Ticketmaster's doing something to stop that.
Are they?
No.
They're not?
No.
This is genuine, folks. I didn't know this information. This is weird.
So the data stolen includes full names, addresses, phone numbers, emails, and credit card data.
Oh.
Because you store it in the app so that it's quick to be like do when you're trying to get tickets in a rush. Like everyone's trying to get them. Businesses collect our data but then do absolutely nothing to protect it.
So how can we protect ourselves?
How can we protect ourselves? That's where the sponsor of today's video comes in, Aura.
Aura alerts you when your data has been breached, so you know if this is happening and you know if your data is unsafe. It also removes your information from data broker websites so that you get less spam, which is...
But that's not all Aura does.
It's also a VPN, has parental controls.
It's a password manager and offers identity theft insurance.
You get all of this in one app at an affordable price.
We use Aura, so if our information was compromised in the Ticketmaster leak, we don't have to worry.
You can get your first 2 weeks of Aura for free.
Go to aura.com/Allie and Sam. Or click the link down in the description. When did you know you were into women?
Good question.
I've said this story a lot. I think I can get it out quick. I lived in a very small town. I'm from Prince Edward Island, which is the smallest province in Canada. It's actually a tiny little island. Very rural, and I had like 0 gay representation growing up. I didn't know any gay people, and the people that I did know, the people speculated were queer, were horribly bullied, and I just really wanted to fit in. So I kind of never connected to any of the guys I was dating, and I just felt like I was a little broken. I really felt like this. I would just settle to marry a guy that I liked as a friend, that I knew would be like a good dad and a good husband and just be a buddy of mine. And that'd be it. And then I moved to Halifax to go to university, which is a much bigger city, and I met gay people, and I realized that you don't have to look like Ellen DeGeneres to be gay, because also in my head, that's what I thought. I didn't know like any femme lesbians, and now, here we are.
Here we are. And then you switched your Tinder.
Then I switched my Tinder, and Allie was my first ever girlfriend, and now she's my wife.
You just settled for the first girl.
You were the best girl.
You don't know
I
because
know you're the best.
you didn't see any others.
Yeah, but I've been with you for 10 years, so.
You must be like me a little.
So how did you know you were into girls?
I mean, I think I always knew looking back. When you look back, you said, oh, yeah, I always
all
knew.
the signs, yeah.
I'm also a bisexual person. I didn't really accept or acknowledge it until 2013. I was living with some lesbian roommates. They lived normal lives. And I had never been exposed to that either because I was from a small town. It was exact same as you.
Yeah.
Like the exact same. So when I moved here and I lived with these girls, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just mind-blowing, I guess, that it was okay. And then my best friend came out to me. And that's when I was like, okay, I have the courage to look within, because if she can do it, like she came from a very religious background, then it paved the way for me, I guess. That's how I knew.
I feel like both of our stories have a lot of like internalized homophobia in
Yeah.
them, and
It took me a long time also
Yeah,
to get over. Sometimes still, I'm still
think
getting
things
over it
and- yeah.
because I'm not homophobic. I just feel like unlearning the fact that like if I see 2 men walking down the street with a child, like my brain doesn't think, oh, that could be 2 dads. Still trying to retrain the brain. So you're unlearning it forever.
Yes.
I think it's going to take me a long time still. Yeah, after 10 years, I'm still trying, but
Yeah.
it's a journey.
What are some ways that we're similar, and what are some ways that we're different?
Just so we have a background here, our star signs are the polar opposite, Aries and Libra, but
It's supposed to
also
be
the
a
best
good
match.
because we're complete opposite.
Yes. So in terms of similarity, there aren't a lot. We look like.
Yeah, that's our similarities. People think that we're either sisters, twins, or mother and daughter.
We like to do the same things.
We are, yeah, we're
Most.
interested in the same
We
activities.
like to take photos and read. Some of us more than others.
I read a lot.
And I take more photos. We like animals, both.
Yeah.
We like to travel, both of us.
Yeah, we really love to travel. What's similar?
Sometimes we like the same shows all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same music, but only Taylor
Only
Swift.
some. We both like Taylor Swift.
We do like Taylor Swift.
We both like chips.
We love chips.
I'm to go to the patio for a drink.
Yeah.
We like
The ocean.
to fly on a plane.
You know you don't. That's a lie. You don't like
I
flying.
like to the destination.
She has severe flight anxiety.
I like trips.
Yes. We like the ocean and going to the beach, and we like California. We like Disney, some more than others.
That's it.
How are we different?
Anyways.
You are extremely extroverted. Allie has a million
So I'm
friends.
very-
Everyone says that she's their best friend. Everyone loves Allie. I'm very introverted. I'm
I do
quiet
a lot of
and
friends.
shy.
I'm very, very, very grateful. I also need to be social every day, or it's bad news bears. I really need to talk to people. A lot of people in the day. You don't.
I also have extreme social anxiety, which doesn't help.
In terms of socialness, we are extreme opposites.
Yes.
You're very competitive.
I'm very competitive.
I'm not. I've never known competing.
Allie's really like funny and has a good sense of humor, and I don't.
I don't know if I'm funny. You like to start a lot of projects
and not finish them.
and never finish them.
Allie's extremely organized, and I am not in general too.
Yeah.
I do try. I just can't. I am extremely patient.
Yeah, and I'm not.
And you have a bit more of a short fuse.
Yeah, unless it's the animals.
You're very
For
patient
some
with
reason, I
animals.
don't have a there's no end to the patience with the animals.
Mm-hmm.
But in all other aspects of life, I don't have any patience. It's very, very small.
Yes.
There's so many ways. We're very different, I guess.
We're very different, and that's okay. It works for us.
Yeah, it's good to be opposite, maybe.
Maybe.
Because,
Keeps things
it
interesting.
wouldn't be good if you were the same. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
don't know. We don't know.
We
We're
don't
not
know.
the same.
So we're married.
Yeah.
We got married almost 5 years ago. Someone asked, what non-traditional things did you guys do at your wedding? We both wore wedding dresses.
We both had two parents walk us down the aisle.
We did. We didn't do like a garter toss. It's weird to me. Or a bouquet toss.
No. We also eloped before the wedding. 2 days
oh,
before.
that's a big-
We got married 2 days before our actual wedding and didn't tell anyone
It
except
was
the people who were
beautiful.
at the wedding.
Yeah, it was just our family. We decided that the big wedding felt like a lot of pressure and we wanted to do something just for us. So we eloped last minute. I got like a cheap off the rack
Yeah.
dress at the mall.
Yeah.
It wasn't white, it was
very
black.
nice.
I
Oh
love
yeah,
that dress.
I like that. That was the best one.
That
We
was
could
a-
have just done that and saved the rest of the money.
Yeah. Looking back, I feel like the wedding was more for everyone else than it was for us.
But it was very nice because so many people came. Nice to have everyone together. So
It
that was really good.
Our wedding wasn't real, so one of our friends just officiated
Yeah.
it, and Allie wrote the
Oh,
script.
I wrote it. I wrote the ceremony.
Someone asked if we speak to our kids in English or French. First, do we speak English, obviously? Do we speak French?
No, we don't speak French.
No, we don't. How long have you been together?
10 years.
Someone asked, were your families accepting when you came out?
Yes.
They were. We
They
have
were.
amazing families. We are really lucky. I know a lot of people don't have that. No.
I didn't know how mine would react, to be
It
honest.
took you a long time to tell your family.
Very long. Everyone was amazing.
Yeah.
The whole family.
Yeah.
Extended family. Maybe they gossiped behind my back, but they at least didn't do it to my face, so that's okay.
Yeah. My family all reacted really well to my coming out, but I also had a pretty crappy part of coming out. I think that there probably was malicious intent. I don't think they'll see this. I'm very close with my grandparents. They were both alive at this point, and I was waiting to tell them until I saw them in person next, but I was living in Australia. So I was
Yeah.
going to tell them when I came home, and again, it was because I wasn't sure how they were going to react. I needed some time to process things, and I get a call from my grandmother that one of my cousins, who I didn't even come out to, called and told her and I think it was malicious. I don't think there was anything good about it. But even in that scenario, like, it was sad because like I didn't get to tell my grandparents myself, but they still were very accepting of me, and it was so sad because they were saying like, we're sorry that you didn't feel comfortable coming out to us, and that was hard. Do you ever think about moving outside of Nova Scotia or even Canada? This came up a lot.
So, not at the moment. I would do like a year maybe somewhere else if the girls could come. The cats.
She means the animals.
Like, I would live in Montreal for 1 year, I've said.
You have.
I like Montreal.
I don't think I'd want to live in Montreal because we don't speak French.
But you would learn. It'd be so good for the boys.
An immersion program.
They could go in it. Like, that would be amazing if they were just thrown into French.
I would love to live in New York, but it's so expensive.
And it's the USA.
It's the USA. I don't think we would never move to the US.
No.
I was just telling Allie that if our family wasn't here, like if our family could move with us, I would love to live in the UK because it's pretty similar to Canada. I feel like, I mean, I've actually never been, but I feel like it's pretty similar to Canada. But location-wise, when you're looking to travel, you're so much closer to like different kinds of destinations, like Europe and Africa, and it's all so different and diverse compared to in Canada. Canada's such a big country, it takes forever to just travel within Canada. And the only country we have close is the US, which is nice, but also it's the US.
But also, no, you can go to Ireland in 5 hours.
That's true, but it just feels
Iceland?
far. I think it's actually closer than going to the west coast of Canada.
So
I feel like I'd like
you
to
actually
live
can go over there.
That's true.
Very quickly.
That's
Even
okay.
London.
You're
Actually,
right.
Europe's very close.
Okay, you're right.
Just the other way.
It is. What's your favorite thing about each other?
My favorite one thing?
Yeah.
You have to pick one?
Yeah.
You're very supportive of many ideas. No matter the idea. You always say, okay.
Yeah.
You never say no.
I don't ever say no.
You always say you can do it.
Is the camera like dying? What just
Oh my god. It's too hot, it says.
Oh no. I don't know. Okay, well,
I guess we have to
gonna
go.
leave this here because I don't know what's
says it's
happening
too
to our
hot.
camera. That's so weird. Okay, bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.